Hello, I'm Ty Mason of the DiabetesCouncil.com, researcher, writer, and I have type 2 diabetes. Now, I want to emphasize that my perspective is coming from one with type 2 and not type 1 diabetes. Our channel is primarily targeted for those with type 2 diabetes and pre-diabetes. Today, I want to talk about the why me of prediabetes and type 2. After you watch the video today, I invite you to check out the description box for my new ebook. This is one of the most comprehensive diabetes meal planning books you can find anywhere. It contains diabetes-friendly meals and recipes for different goals such as 800 to 1800 calories per day meal plans, diabetes meal planning tips and tricks, and there are also tons of diabetes-friendly recipes for everyone. Now, as I talk with people who found out they either have diabetes or prediabetes, that has become a very common question. I want to start out by saying you're not alone. There's an estimated 58 million people in the same boat as you are in the U.S. alone. And I am sure many of them asked the exact same question. I know I did. I was never diagnosed with prediabetes. I had it, but I didn't heed the warning signs and didn't know much about diabetes until I was diagnosed with type 2. I also wanted to know why. So I did some research and found a pretty good list of who is a candidate of both prediabetes and those who develop type 2 from the Diabetes Center at the Mayo Clinic. That would give me really the answer as to why I felt. You see, the same factors that increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes increase the risk of developing prediabetes as well. Those factors include the following. Number one is weight. Being overweight is the primary risk factor for prediabetes. The more fatty tissue you have, especially inside and between the muscle and skin around your abdomen, the more resistant your cells become to insulin. Another factor is waist size. A large waist size can indicate insulin resistance. The risk of insulin resistance goes up for men with waists larger than 40 inches and for women with waists larger than 35 inches. Dietary patterns. Eating red meat and processed meat, drinking sugary sweetened beverages is associated often with a higher risk of prediabetes. A diet high in fruits, vegetables, nuts, whole grains, and olive oil is associated with a lower risk of prediabetes. Another risk factor is inactivity. The less active you are, the greater your risk of prediabetes. Physical activity helps you control your weight, uses up glucose as energy, and makes your cells more sensitive to insulin. Age. Although diabetes can develop at any age, the risk of prediabetes increases after age of 45. Now, this may be because people tend to exercise less, lose muscle mass, and gain weight as they age. A family history. Your risk of prediabetes increases if you have a parent or sibling with type 2 diabetes. Race. Now, although it's unclear why, people of certain races are more likely to develop prediabetes. They include African Americans, Hispanics, Native Americans, Asian Americans, and Pacific Islanders. Gestational diabetes. If you develop gestational diabetes while pregnant, you and your child are at a higher risk of developing prediabetes. If you gave birth to a baby who weighed more than 9 pounds, you're also at increased risk of prediabetes. Polycystic ovary syndrome. Now, this is a common condition characterized by irregular menstrual periods, excessive hair growth, and obesity, but it also increases women's risk of prediabetes. And the last on our list, sleep. People with a certain sleep disorder, obstructive sleep apnea, have an increased risk of insulin resistance. Also, people who work changing shifts or night shifts, possibly causing sleeping problems, may have an increased risk of prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. So look back at that list of risk factors. Chances are pretty high you will find the answer as to why right there. Don't forget to get my new ebook, and please subscribe to our channel for many more videos like this one in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ty Mason.